Welcome, 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 welcome. Forest out in St. Louis. April 3rd is coming. April 3rd is coming. April 3rd is coming. If you want to know what's going on April 3rd, click the link scrolling right across the screen here. Actually, I can't click the link. You got to go to the link. Absolutely awesome, awesome. Totally excited about Elevate getting ready to launch. Isn't this a cool graphic behind me here? Awesome, awesome, awesome deals. Totally excited about that. Totally excited about that. Welcome. My name is Forrest Knight, social media marketing strategist. I love helping people succeed online and crush it in the home-based business arena. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. It's Follow-Up Friday. It is Follow-Up Friday. So I'm going to show you a tool. I get asked this question 3.5 billion times. And I learned how to do this watching the YouTubes. So I figured, what the heck? Right now, this is actually streaming over to my YouTube channel, so it's going to record there. I've done this several times. So I'm going to do a quick through update for all y'all who want a really cool, simple to use follow-up system that has all the formulas in it. All you've got to do is fill in the blank. So this probably is going to go over 10 minutes. So I'm going to split it into two halves, two parts, but I'm going to jump right into this really quickly so we can get moving. Again, highly recommend. And if you want the Google Docs spreadsheet, let me know. You're going to have to shoot me a private message with your Gmail address. I'll need a private message with your Gmail address. I'll need a private message for your Gmail address. For those of you that show up late, I'll need your private message. You need to message me a private message with your Gmail address so I can forward, make a copy and forward it over to you so that you will have it. So let's jump in here. I want to show you how to do this. And the formulas are pretty cool. Pretty easy to use. I've done this. Whoops. I don't know what I just did there. I want to screen share. I don't want to do a video file. I want to do, well, I got to try that. What was that about? Here's my sheets popped up. So you can see here's the sheets setting up. I've got all the columns filled out. You can name them what you want. Here I've got the date. If you guys can hopefully can see them, okay, date, name, phone number, email. If you have a social URL, I'll explain that. The source, the tool, day 1 is going to be the first day that you follow up. And then there's day 4, day 15, day 30. I like it. And you can change these dates how you want to. And I'm going to show you how to do these very, very quickly in the formula. So, of course, in adding columns, any of the stuff you need to know how to add a column to the left or right, you can simply come in here. You can click it, right-click it, and then insert one to the left, insert one to the right. You can add a new column in if you want to. Very, very neat. And it'll automatically adjust the formulas as you go through here. So when I share this sheet to you, one thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go in and change the name of the sheet just to make sure that nobody else can see formulas, because somebody's actually in here using this one, which is the one that's shared out on my digital business card or somewhere. They had all their lead stuff in there. So I put that big yellow disclaimer that says, if you're using this tracker, you must make a copy for everyone else can see your stuff. So they went in and deleted their stuff. So I bet you they felt a little funky about that. Anyway, so you're going to put the date in here, the date that you reached out to them. So you prospect them, you reach out to them, they say, sure, I want to see your stuff, right? I want to watch your presentation. And depending on what presentation you have, we'll get over to the source over here. So let's say, for example, I reach out to Mr. Austin here and he says, yeah, sure, send me your stuff. So I'm going to copy his URL. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put his social media URL in here. I'm going to explain why I do that. And I'm going to put his name over here. I think it was Austin, right? Austin Klein. So I'm going to put Mr. Austin Klein in here. He's probably like, why is Forrest using my name on public stuff? You'll be okay, Austin. It'll get you more traffic. And I'm going to put today's date over here, which is the 19th. So I do 3/19/2021. Put the date in there. That's the date that I got too many zeros in there somewhere. How about taking that zero out? So today's date, I can change this to a date column if I want to. I can right click it. I can go to wait a minute. Here we go. Click it and then format it. I'll catch up, you guys. Go to number and then go down to date. And I just made that whole entire column a date range. I'm gonna put his name in here. If I have his phone number and his email, I'll drop those in there. Social media URLs. Of course, the source is LinkedIn. I can just type an L that'll pull it in. And what tool am I going to send him, right? What tool am I sending him? It's your tool. You'll know which tool you're sending him. Is it a 2-minute sizzle call? Is it a 3-way call? Is it a whatever? You're going to create the tool and put it in here. So I'm going to send him my simple 4-step system overview. That's what I'm going to send to him. Day 1 is the date that I'm going to follow up with him. So since today is the 19th, I'm going to set, and your follow-up date, it might be 2 days from now. So whatever your follow-up day is day 1. You can change the name of the column to make it make sense to you. I just call it day 1. That's the first day that I'm going to follow up with him. So let's say he says 2 days from now. So I'm going to put 3/21/20, and I've got to type the entire date in here, 2021. And the reason I do that, it's going to fill in the rest of the formulas so that they automatically add up. Now, very, very quickly, and I know I'm going through this very, very quickly and fast. In any of these sources and columns, if you want to change this, so you'll notice in my pull down, I have LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and other, right? If I want to change these, I can simply right click on it. I can come down here to data validation. It says list of items, and I can change what they are. You just have to put a comma between each one based on what social media source that you're prospecting on, right? So if you prospect on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, you probably want to have LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram in here. If you prospect on TikTok, I don't really prospect on TikTok, so I'm going to take these out, and we'll just say LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And I may have personal on here. That's somebody that I met, like, out on, standing in line somewhere at stores. I like to put personal on there as a sort of like a personal referral. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to hit save. Now, do I have to type this in every single one of these all the way down? No, I simply highlight it. I'm going to come to this little square box in the corner. I'm going to put my little crosshair on that, and I'm going to come and I'm going to pull this all the way down here. Look how many people I'm going to get here, and we'll come down to right about 30 or so. And you can always do that. You'll notice it says LinkedIn all the way down. But when I take these out, I can just come down and hit delete. I don't know why it did that. That was very weird. Removed all my sources. Wasn't supposed to do that. There it goes. It's back. Let's try this one more time here. See, I do this a lot, and I even mess it up. Data validation. Take those guys out. Personal. Hit save. And then I want to drag these. I want to drag these down. There we go. That should have worked. Yep. So I was dragging the wrong thing there. So you just want to make sure you get over that little cursor. I'm going to drag those down. And all of these now are going to say the same thing. So, for example, I found this guy on LinkedIn. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to type in L. It's going to bring up LinkedIn. What tool did I send him? And I'm going to put in the day 1. My day 1 is my first day that I'm scheduled to follow up with Austin. So here's how this works. So as I go through here, I'm going to put these in. So let's say today I go out and I send out 5 presentations, right? So I've got the presentations in here, and I'm just going to use him as an example. I'm just going to paste him in here multiple times. So we'll just pretend, okay, that these are 5 different people, right? These are 5 different people that I have their URLs for. So can you let's just go along with me. Let's just pretend these are 5 different people. They've got their follow-up dates in here. And we'll say, we'll do this as, let's see, today is the 19th. So let's say some of these people, let's back this up a little bit. Let's say day 1 was actually 4 days ago, which would be 3/15. No. Yeah, thank you. Ooh, I'm having issues today. So 3/15. I'm just going to do some copy and paste to save some time here. And let's say all of these people were 3/15ers, right? But today is the 19th. I've done my 1-day follow-up. Let's say they ghosted me. Now it's time for a 4-day follow-up. Watch this, watch this, watch this. This is very cool. This is how this spreadsheet works. So no matter what day of the year it is, today is 3/19. So I'm going to log into my spreadsheet. I'm going to do Control F, right, for find. It's going to bring up a find box, and I'm going to type 3/19/2021 into the box. It's going to say 1 of 6. It's going to highlight every day that has the 19th next to it. So if I have 100 of these in here, that's the 19th. And as I go through the dates, everything is a date. So it doesn't matter if it's a day 1 on the 19th, a day 4 on the 19th, a day 30th on the 19th, a day 60 on the 19th. Every follow-up that's due today is going to highlight in green, and I'm just going to simply find the ones that are highlighted in green. I'm going to come over here, and you'll notice it pops up. I'm just going to hover over, and I actually like to start the one on the bottom. It hovers over. I right-click it. I open a new tab. Go up to the next one. Come on, computer, roll with me. Right-click it. Open a new tab. Hover over, right-click, open a new tab. Hover over, right-click, open a, whoops, sorry about that, Austin. Right-click, hover, open a new tab. So now my follow-ups I have to do for the day, I'm simply going to look at what follow-up it is. Is it a 4-day follow-up? Is it a 30-day follow-up? Is it a 60-day follow-up? And I'm going to start working my way up the list. So I'm going to simply come up to his profile. I'm going to go over to Messenger, and I'm going to message him with whatever follow-up is appropriate. So if it's a 30-day deflection follow-up, I'm going to send him a 30-day deflection message. If it's a 4-day follow-up, I'm going to send him the 4-day, hey, apologies for not getting back to you. I've been super busy working my business. How are you? And that's an engagement follow-up. And then I'm going to do my 30-day or 15-day or whatever day that you have is in here. Now I have, and you'll do that every day. So tomorrow I would wake up and I do 319. And as this list starts to grow, now you have some options on here. I like to sort my tabs down here on the bottom. I can rename the tab down here on the bottom. It says lead tracker. If you see this all the way down in the bottom left-hand corner, I can change that to March 2021. Then when I get to April, all I simply do is create a duplicate tab. I simply hit over here. I duplicate it. I create a duplicate tab. I come to my duplicate. I'm going to rename it for April. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to delete all this stuff here because I don't need them anymore, because I'm going to start putting leads in here for April. I'll delete my stuff out for April because I'm working on some new stuff, right? So I'm just going to remove all this stuff and clean it out. Now I have my April tab down here. I can come down here. I can hit rename. I know I'm going really quick, but the cool thing about it is this is recorded, so you can come back and catch it on the recording. Of course, this is my March tab. I can rename it to March 2021. Well, Forrest, didn't you just tell me that you can come back and do the dates? It's just the way my brain works. So here's why I do it in tabs, because 6 months from March is April, May, June, July, August, September, right? So I've got a 6-month follow-up. Everybody that's on my March list is basically 6 months ago. You know, in October, it's 6 months ago. So I can simply flip back to my March tab, and everybody that I worked with in March is 6 months old, right? And I can look at where they're at and how I'm following up with them. I can flip back and forth. That's just me. You can leave them all on one very long list if you want to. You don't have to create tabs. It's just the way my brain works, because I like to be able to see next March, right? Next March, I can come back and say, man, I did 122 people. I sent out 122 presentations in March 2021. So I don't have to count them, right? They're all right there. And then next March, I can say, okay, my goal is to increase that by 10%. I can look at how many people I prospected in March, because I track that as well. I have a tracker that I use, and I track all that stuff. So if you want to get better in everything you do, you need to be able to track and measure. These people, the only people I put on this list are people that said they want more information. If Austin, I follow up with him one day and he says, no, this isn't for me, I'm going to simply come up here and do red is dead, right? I'm not interested. Now, if he says, I'm not interested right now, my right now colors I use is a turquoise color. That means right now. And if it's a not right now date, he says, I'm going to wait about 45 days. I'm going to come out to my 45-day column, and I'm going to change that to yellow, because I know I need to follow up with him in 45 days. It's just the way my system works, right? If he decides to be, if he becomes a customer, and or if he becomes a customer, then I'm going to turn him to green, right? Because he's fire. If it's somebody that's maybe a hot prospect or a possibility, I've been having a regular conversation with him, I may make him yellow. So you've got to choose your colors that work for you in terms of working out this spreadsheet. If you'd like this spreadsheet, again, I'm going to say this, if you'd like this spreadsheet, I'm going to have, this is all recorded, so I'm going to grab the YouTube URL and I'm going to drop it onto the spreadsheet for you so you've got it. But I need you to send me your Gmail address. Gmail, it has to be Gmail, your Gmail address. So if you want the spreadsheet and you don't have a Gmail address, you need to go create one. So shoot me your Gmail address. I'll share that with you. You'll have your own spreadsheet, your own tracker. You can do what you want to and use this. I hope you found some value in this. If you have, share your #1 takeaway. If you want the spreadsheet, shoot me a private message with your Gmail address, and I'll get the spreadsheet over to you. And I'll actually take this recording that I did right here, and I'll actually put that link on there, the YouTube link, in the spreadsheet, so you can watch the video over and over and over till you figure it out, right? Sound cool? Right on. I'm excited. I'm excited. Do your follow-ups. Do your follow-ups. Do your follow-ups. Fortune is in the follow-up. Remember, people have to see your stuff 5 to 12 times. Sometimes they just have to hear from you 5 to 12 times. And you can adjust these numbers on this spreadsheet the way you want. I do a 4-day, a 10-day, and a 15-day. I have different reasons in there. My 10-day is sort of a modified 4-day, right? And my 15 is sort of a modified 4-day. Just depends on what's going on with the person that I'm talking to on the other end. But you can create your spreadsheet how you want to, for sure. If you need scripts, if you need follow-up scripts, go to rankmakershop.com. That's rankmakershop.com. There's a script book in there that you can order those. I don't get paid for that. It's just the script books that I use. I've got them around here somewhere. I pretty much got them in my brain now. But if you need them, go there. There's a lot of follow-up scripts there. I love you. Jesus loves you. Go out and crush some follow-ups. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.